about it with Drew, and it's an amazing book about transformation and going pretty much from one end of the spectrum to the other with really like kind of an overnight decision. And so I'm really excited to welcome Lou to the stage.
What's going on, guys? Raise your hand right now if you're already feeling inspired. Cool. Raise your hand right now if you've learned something today. Cool. Raise your hand if you're going to leave this room already and go do something different in your life. All right, Zach, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a meditation yoga teacher, and that all sounds good. But let me ask another question. Raise your hand right now if you've ever felt like you've been off of your path or off of your journey. Yeah. So, I was someone who was very far off of my path, or the path that you see standing here tonight. I was someone that only cared about drinking and partying and doing drugs and really living this lifestyle for the weekend. Life was about, you go to work, you get your job done, and then what are we doing on the weekend? What parties are we going to? What raves are we going to? How can we actually have the most fun in the time that we were allowed to have fun? And for me, that was bigger parties, that was bigger raves, and that was oftentimes more drugs. And what I've realized in this journey is that sometimes we get off of our paths, and we realize it, right? When we're not feeling good, we realize it, we understand, we know there's kind of something that we need to change. Other times, we get off of our path, and I think this happens way more common. We don't even realize that we're off of our path. Why is that? Because we're all living right now in our own world. We all live in our own sense of what is normal. And for me, I wasn't the only person that was going out and drinking and partying and like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do this weekend? That was my environment. That was what my friends were doing. That was my normal. Everyone can hear these words right now that I'm saying, and you all have a different perspective from your life circumstances, from the people that you surround yourself with, right? So we all live in this our own reality. A homeless person who's strung out on drugs wakes up tomorrow. Bill Gates wakes up tomorrow. Both live the exact same day. I guarantee you, they have a completely different perception of what is a normal day. And if I were to take, what is your name? Nikki, if I were to take you tomorrow and put you into the life of a homeless person strung out on drugs, you would absolutely freak out. It would be so far out of your comfort zone. It would be so far out of your normal. You'd be like, oh my God. I gotta get back to who I am. I gotta get back to my normal. But I guarantee you that if I were to also take you, and if I were to put you in the life of Bill Gates tomorrow, you would also freak out. Because it'd be way too far out of your comfort zone in the other direction. Oh my God, I have all these responsibilities, I have billions of dollars, all these people asking me for stuff, oh my God. You come back to your normal. But it's not like Bill Gates woke up one day and became Bill Gates. And it's not like the homeless person strung out on drugs decided one day that that was gonna be his life. And albeit, I guarantee that is a much faster path. But one person had a dream, had visions, had goals, and slowly, day in, day out, started working on that, started meeting the right people, and all of a sudden, you become someone, again, like Bill Gates, which is on the high scale. On the other end of the spectrum, you have someone who maybe made some bad decisions, started surrounding themselves with maybe not the right people, and all of a sudden, you become in the other direction. In addiction, they have a metaphor. It's the frog in a pot analogy. I don't know if you've ever heard it. If you put a frog in a pot of boiling hot water, it will jump out, right? Because it's really hot. But if you put a frog in a pot of lukewarm water and then turn the heat on, the frog will literally kill itself in the pot because it doesn't feel it getting warmer. And that's our lives
at all times, is that we're moving in one of those directions. And if we don't know that we're moving in a positive, conscious, intentional direction, there's a good chance that we've been moving in the other direction and we don't realize. So we need to all be asking ourselves, what is normal in my life right now? Think about it right now. Think about your life. Ask this question. What is normal in your life the past week, in your life the past 3 months, the past year? What are normal emotions for me to feel? Do I wake up and I feel like life's just like, oh, another day, sitting in traffic, going through the routine, going through the rat race? And again, I love that I'm speaking to the choir, the Live a Great Story choir, so a lot of that is not you guys, but that doesn't mean maybe we still go through that, right? And we still fall into habits, even when we think we figured it out. It's really easy to get back to that. So we need to always come back to that. Or is your normal, you wake up and you have an awesome morning routine and you feel excited, you're energized, you're ready to take on the day. And guess what? You get to work on something that inspires you. You get to work with people that are passionate and then you want to spend time with. You come home, you have an amazing meal with your family, and you have this beautiful, incredible day. And if that's not you, simply ask, why not? It's like, why now? But where does that begin? Because if you look when we're kids, kids are so happy. Kids are so joyful. Kids are excited about life. They're excited about what they're doing. And kids have big dreams. How many people in here, when you were a kid, had some really big dreams? Raise your hand. Everyone. I'm going to take a minute. I would like you to share what your childhood dream was with the person next to you. Okay? Go. All right, once you shared your dream, start to come back. To be a baseball player, or actually a professional sports player. It always changed. It always changed. Logan, I see you didn't get to share your dream. Do you want to share what your childhood dream was with us? You want to be an astronaut? Okay. Okay. So, how many do we have more than one astronauts in here? So for people that wanted to be astronauts, what happened, or any of you astronauts right now?
That's a great question.
What happened along that route? Like what happened from that childhood dream? And please, anyone can feel free. Yeah.
I hate college.
You hate college?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Anyone else want to share?
I literally put no plan in place to get there.
No plan, okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd want to do that, and
Okay.
then did nothing to get there.
Okay. This is a broad statement, but I found it to be pretty true, is that when we're younger, when we're like 5, 6, 7 years old, we have these big dreams, and our parents and our teachers, they encourage us to go for your dreams. You can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. What do you want to be? And we get taken to all of these sporting events, and we're going to ballet lessons, and someone's a ballerina, so that's awesome. You won one of those. You know, maybe we take them to science fairs, but then we're like, they're not that good at science, so maybe they shouldn't be an athlete. Not that you have to be good at science. But so we're encouraged to go for our dreams at a young age, right? And then something interesting happens at around ages, let's say 15, 16, 17, maybe in college. All of a sudden, if we're not a childhood prodigy in ballet or in science, if we haven't figured out what we're so passionate and what we're meant to do our entire lives, by age 16 years old, all of a sudden, those same well-intentioned parents and teachers and society in whole, they start to give us opposite messages. And it's no longer, you can do whatever you want, you can be whatever you want to be. It's, well, all right, that was nice. We tried, we worked at it, we gave it a good effort, but now you're getting older. Now it's time to look at colleges, and why don't we look at what majors are going to make the most money? Oh, you want to be an art history major? You know what? There's no jobs in that. And we start to listen to this outer norm, right? The society starts to push us in this, it's the normal thing to, okay, let's focus on what am I going to do in college, what's going to make the most money. And it's those moments that we start listening to our external shoulds, when we start listening to what other people are telling into our lives on how we should go forward with our life, it's those moments that we move away from our hearts, that we are the frog in the pot, and the light just went on, and guess what? We don't realize what's happening. We don't realize that we're moving in a direction that is pushing us to become just like everyone else, that we're moving away from our great story, because it becomes our normal. It becomes what we're supposed to be doing. That's a sign for someone. If you heard that and it resonated with you, that's a sign. So what do we do? Or what did I do? Is that what changed everything for me? How do we change that? How do we get back on our paths? What shifted everything for me is when I found myself in a meeting with a group of people that were all living a great story. They were a group of people that all were into building their own business. They were all into doing something that mattered, doing something that was meaningful within their lives. And it was like I had jumped into a completely new world. All of a sudden, my normal changed, and I saw what else was possible. I saw what I could have been. And what this group did for me is it gave me the permission to be that little kid again. It gave me the permission to dream again. And that, I believe, is really what we are all looking for. We don't want motivation. We don't want someone to come and save us. We just want permission. That it's okay. That it's okay to be at a job for 10 years and still feel like, you know what, I don't really think that this is something I want to do, but I'm scared of what she's going to say and what he's going to say, and how am I going to make money, and oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We just want permission to have an idea for a new project, to write a book, to start some sort of any kind of endeavor, and we want to share it with a friend or a coworker and not have them look at us like we have 10 eyes and say, who are you to do that? You don't have the time, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, you're not good enough, you don't have the education. We just want permission. And let me tell you, no one is going to give you that permission. But when you start to surround yourself with the people, like in this room, the people that are associated with Live a Great Story, people that have given themselves, everyone that's spoken up here, everyone that I know that have connected with you today or this past weekend, people that have given themselves the permission to believe in themselves, it will be like osmosis. You will have no choice but to give yourself the permission and believe in yourself. And when you do, your life will take on a completely new meaning. You will walk into a room, and you say, Nikki, you said your name is Nikki? You will walk into a room, Nikki, and people will be like, oh my gosh, Nikki, what's going on? You look the same, but there's something about you. What's going on? And what they're going to be sensing is your aliveness, because we're attracted to people that have come alive. There's a quote on that Live a Great Story shares that, don't ask what the world needs of you, ask what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is more people that have come alive. And then they're gonna start asking me, Nikki, what's going on? Oh, you know what? I started reading these books. I'm in this group, Live a Great Story, and they were talking about these different ideas, and it's so new to me, and I'm feeling really like excited about life. I don't even know what's coming. I don't even know what the future looks like. But things are feeling really, really good. And their friends will be like, oh, well, what are you reading? What is the book? What is that? What is this? And then they'll start doing their own journey, if it's their own time, right? They'll start going on their path. And we talk about it here all the time. That is the ripple effect. That is the impact that we make when we step into our own power, when we step into our own story, is that we change our energy within, and all of a sudden the people are attracted to that, and then they start to change their energy, and then they have the impact on the people that they surround themselves with. We don't change the world by this big altruistic project. We change the world by changing the energy that we bring to the world. Nelson Mandela quoted Marianne Williamson saying, "As we let our lights shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same." And we all need more people in this world with their lights shining. We need more people that are happy and joyful and excited about life. We don't need any more people that are walking around like this. And it's up to us. It's up to us in this room to do that and to be that light. Because when more people are that light, that makes it the new normal. We are literally creating a new normal here. And to bring just my story full end on my new normal, when I found this group and I started making changes in my life, I had completely stopped doing drugs. I was still drinking at the time, and I had gotten involved in getting into personal development, and my life just felt good. And then I got into meditation, and meditation, I only started doing meditation just because people said it was a habit of morning routines, it was what successful people were doing, and it was through meditation that I was opened up to a whole new world, and I had a really deep spiritual awakening, and it was that led me, with no money saved, with no plans on what I was going to do, no 2-week notice, I completely quit my job on a dime, and I leapt into the unknown. And what I found is that when you take bold leaps, when you take steps out into the unknown, you will be supported in ways that you cannot see here. So whatever you learn today, whatever you feel like you might want to take action on, whatever you're inspired to do, there's a reason that you are inspired with that thought today. Don't take that for granted. I think Drew talked about that. Don't take anything for granted. There's a reason for that. When you leave here today, take action on that. Move forward just a little bit, and you'll see the bolder the action, you'll probably find that the greater the reward. So, guys, this was such an amazing afternoon. I want to meet some of you guys that I haven't met yet, so this is so cool, and thanks, Zach, for being awesome and Live a Great Story. Thank you, guys.
All right, so we have about